Welcome, everyone, to the third episode of the Simmer Sports Podcast. This is a big episode. This is the first episode where it's with Matt, Will, and yours truly.
The dynamic trio.
We got a lot of good sports topics to talk about today. And, it's going to be a great episode. The first topic we're going to talk about today is Aaron Rodgers' latest Instagram post. Sims, start us off.
I don't think you can get more confusing than he has.
Yeah.
This is the most vague. I mean, because he's saying
no doubt he's leaving.
Yeah, I think from this, I've learned that he's not staying in Green Bay. He hasn't said that he's retired. He hasn't said that where he's gonna go, but I don't think he's coming back to Green Bay.
All right, let me give you my opinion, because from a Packers fan, this hurts, because we've had 3 quarterbacks in the past, I don't know how many years. Who's
two quarterbacks. Wait.
Easier way to say it. Just divide the Bears quarterbacks in the last 30 years by 10.
Yes, I saw there was a chart on it. There was there was one from the Browns. It was 20.
Yeah, the Browns have had 30 in the past 15 years or something.
And now they might be getting rid of Baker Mayfield, so who knows how many more they'll have.
Coming from Aaron Rodgers from the past years, when they lost to the 49ers.
The Packers have lost
2019
4 times in the playoffs. They've lost 4 times in the playoffs to the 49ers.
And I mean, it's Aaron Rodgers' fault. Dude goes on for 13-2 season, 13-3 season, best in the NFL, gets MVP, and then fucks the first game. That really the MVP?
I know. He's got to be better.
That's not what an MVP does. We only scored 1 touchdown in the first quarter.
Yeah, I know.
The 49ers didn't even score an offensive touchdown.
Yeah.
That game we should have won by a ton, but Aaron Rodgers head up his ass.
Yeah. That's a team that's not even a question that the Packers should have easily beat that team. He's head and shoulders better than Jimmy G. I guess they.
Oh my God. Close. No, there's no Matt LaFleur. He couldn't do anything about it. He's a great coach in my opinion. I think he's better than Mike McCarthy. When they had his, I'm not gonna, because Aaron Rodgers actually likes him and enjoys him, but now he's saying thanks. What?
This has been
he wants more money.
Years, though.
He wants more money to have a losing season, not a losing season, to not win in the playoffs.
Yeah.
He asked for way too much fucking money, and he doesn't return the fucking favor by winning a playoff game against the 40 fucking Niners.
Yeah. But he's been doing this for years. Obviously this past season it showed that I feel like he's not all he's cracked up to be, but I think he's been doing this. They won Super Bowl, and he's got 4 MVPs. I think it's got to be at least 2 or 3 if you're that many times. He's a Hall of Fame lock, obviously.
If I was the NFL, obviously on paper, Aaron Rodgers' stats are freaking amazing. They're not going to be this is probably one of his best regular seasons of all time. But playoffs, my God, ratio of passing yards and sacks in the playoffs to the regular season, not even close.
Yeah. I wanted to add that
his touchdown ratio was 15-1.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, that's been his thing for years. He doesn't turn over the ball.
And then in the playoffs, he flukes everything. He can't even freaking pass the ball.
Yeah, I know.
It looked like he never knew how to play in the cold.
Yeah.
And we were in Green Bay and it was fucking freezing.
He's just kind of a cornball. I heard him on he was on a podcast the other day, and he was talking about like he was looking through pictures of the season, and he said that he started crying when he saw a picture of him, Randall Cobb, and Devontae Adams, and I was like, I don't know, I just thought that was kind of corny. Like, bro, really?
So stay with the team.
Exactly.
With
That's
those
exactly what I said.
guys.
Why would you leave if you're crying? If you're brought to tears, he says.
Well,
he
they're
says,
saying that Devontae Adams is going to leave, but I think he'll go wherever Rodgers goes. They have that good
Exactly.
chemistry.
And he said a million times how much he likes. He said he loves his quarterback room. He loves his coaches. He said in an interview before that, like, he loves going and talking to the coaches. It's like his favorite part of the day. Then why would you leave? I just don't get it. It doesn't really make
I think
sense
he's
to me.
just the most confusing player in all of sports right now, at least.
I know. I mean, what more could the Packers get to win a Super Bowl? I don't really know. That's I mean,
Yeah.
he's got the wide receiver, running back's good. Offensive line is not bad. I mean, every offensive line could get better. The defense, it could get better, but it's not terrible. But I mean,
I think even though it doesn't seem like it, I feel like their organization's just stuck. Because it seems like every year the best team in the league, but they get stuck at that position. I don't know if it's just a playoff thing or if they're just over excited or what, or if there's something wrong, and it shouldn't be wrong, knowing that they're 13-3 every year.
Yeah.
The Packers had the most dangerous wide receiver quarterback combo, and probably like the past. I don't know. I mean, name another one. Matt Ryan, Julio Jones. I mean,
I don't know. I think
that's not close. I mean, Devontae Adams was definitely 100% the best wide receiver this year, right?
No.
Cooper Kupp.
Best wide receiver.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, but in the past like 3 years, it's been Adams and Rodgers has been a top 3 quarterback. So I agree with him saying that they've been the best duo because
I think Rodgers has been the
Stafford is not
maybe Brady.
The top 5
the offense. So. Maybe like
I think he is
top 3. Defense was definitely the passing game at least top 3 with our cornerbacks. Our special teams.
Oh my God, Nathan Crosby is so bad. Remember
it was
the game where they played the Bengals? That was so funny.
No, the Bears. They almost scored 2.
The Bengals where they kept missing field goals back and forth.
No, I'm not talking, Jack. I'm not talking about our kicking game. I'm talking about our punting game.
They almost gave up 2 return touchdowns
against the Bears.
Oh yeah,
the Bears, bro. No offense to Bears, like the Bears. I mean, they're probably going to be better than the Packers next year because we're gonna have Jordan.
That doesn't mean good. We'll just say that right now. That doesn't mean good. The Packers will still be okay. Packers will be 500.
No, they'll be above 500. Well, if Rodgers depends.
I'm saying 500 at least. At least 500.
It's gonna be a bad division. Oh my God.
It's gonna be the worst in the league. It's gonna be an NFC East, NFC
East
like type
that.
stuff.
It's gonna be like that. Oh my God. I think the Packers did get a new special teams coordinator though.
8-9 type playoff division winners, whatever.
We need Doug on here because he would give his full opinion.
Can you get him right now?
No, he's not here right now. Sadly, Doug at a meeting.
So one time,
shout out Doug
the Doug will come on.
To talk about this, to elaborate on this.
No, I mean it was disappointing. I mean the season started off terrible. One losing to the Saints, 35.
Oh my God, 38-3.
35-3. And I know, Matt, for a fact, you knew it going into that game. That game was
so bad.
Jameis Winston absolutely humiliated them.
How many
5 touchdowns?
Yeah, like what the defense was not there. I mean, Matt LaFleur was asleep before the game.
Everything was not there. That was terrible.
I mean, when I saw the first half, I just stopped watching the game. I didn't want to watch anymore.
I know. All right. Move on.
Oh, I wanted to watch it. I wanted to watch that game, just so you know.
You didn't watch that game, Matt?
No, I said I wanted to keep watching that game, just so you know. It was enjoyable, but I'll give you this. At the end of the season, one team clearly was on top out of those two.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, well, the Saints had Ian Book. That doesn't help. That dude was a bum.
Yeah, that was a free loss. I mean,
That
I
dude
wouldn't
was
say he's
so
a bum. It was
bad.
his first career start. It was
But
his
he was
first career
bad
start. Yeah, in the one game, but we don't.
Okay,
I mean,
I guess.
We got to get props. You know,
it's an automatic loss. All the Dolphins had to do was put pressure on them, and they did that, and they easily won the game because of that. I knew that was going to be the whole game.
I don't know who was the most improved player. I can't remember.
Is there it's comeback player, right?
Oh yeah,
Joe Shiesty.
I honestly think Deebo Samuel.
Well, no, it's different. It's different than most improved. Comeback has to do like you come back from like an injury or
a losing season.
There's no
in this case.
There's no most improved player. Deebo Samuel. I didn't even know who he was before the season.
No, he was.
I know who he was,
good.
but I didn't really think he was that good until this season.
He was so good.
I just remember seeing him in the. I don't know if it was the Super Bowl or something last
I got him
year.
so late, and he was so good.
Yeah.
He's the reason they went to playoffs.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
So no other reason. I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo, bro. He went to Eastern Illinois.
I love Jimmy G just because he's from Illinois, but he's not a Super Bowl quarterback right now.
Who else? Tony Romo went to Eastern Illinois. If you guys didn't know that.
Yeah, they actually had a good quarterback. Some good quarterbacks.
But
then
Terrell Owens too, I think, or some or another Illinois college.
Sean Payton went there too.
Yeah,
Sean Payton went to our school.
Yeah, he went to
Lincoln.
Yeah, thanks. Pretty cool.
One of the top 5 coaches. If anyone wants to throw any arguments there, you can do that. But
yep.
Besides Brady and Belichick, best duo coach quarterback is Breeze and Peyton, and there's no question.
Yeah, probably. They lasted a really long time together.
1 Super Bowl though, but should have been 2. But
yeah, I agree. But Breeze has been great.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Second topic. Will, you might not know a whole lot about this, but we're going to talk about the Saudi Arabian Golf League. Sims, I'm sure you know more about this than both of us combined. But basically what I've heard about it is that, correct me if I'm wrong, but instead of paying guys per tournament win, they're paying them for a year to play. And
no way.
Yeah, that's what they've been saying. And the salaries are crazy big that they're getting, that they're offering at least.
Here's the thing. First of all, I think it's over. But overall, basically, I don't think they offered Bryson for a year. I think they offered Bryson 180-something million just to join, not for a year. But I think there's separate contracts.
I heard Phil was 30 for a year, 30 mil for a year.
Yeah, that probably was a separate contract. They probably threw in something else to like a bonus or something. It's almost like it's
incentives.
like a contract for something else, but it was like. But I think that. But the thing is, they also said something like they made Greg Norman. I don't know what he was. He was a big guy included in it. But
yeah, isn't he really old?
He's old-ish. He's not really old, but they made him the guy, and I don't think I don't know, but they were gonna basically say that you can never play in a PGA tournament again if you join, which would be really bad. So no one's doing it.
I don't even like the idea of it, because it's like splitting up any other major league. Like, you can't take half of the players from the MLB and bring them to a different league and expect people to watch both of them. They want to see all the best players in the same league competing against each other.
Plus, they'd never be able to play go to any other league, so you never would see 2 guys
they're
play.
locked.
You'd never see Bryson and Brooks play again against each other. Their big rivalry. You'd never see that. You never see another thing. I mean, I think overall, I think it's good because I hope it wakes the PGA up a little bit. Because I think there's some things they could really improve on. I was watching the Rick Shields podcast, and he said that He was saying like this could like the PGA, they totally don't have the tournaments as exciting as they can be. It could definitely be way more exciting because the only tournaments that you really look forward to
on the majors
in golf are not, I wouldn't even say all the majors. I'd say
Masters,
U.S. Open, and the Open.
I would say
the Ryder
FedEx
Cup,
Cup.
maybe
And
too.
the
Ryder Cup.
Yeah.
Ryder Cup just because it's like kind of a tradition at this point.
Can I also something? I like nobody wants to watch the AFL. Like, I would say,
exactly.
I don't like that scenario. Like, imagine if Mexican leagues, like baseball, like different like leagues, like nobody really knows about it. Like,
exactly.
It's not like I mean, obviously, like MLB, like right now, it's not playing. I don't know. I don't even know if they're gonna play this year, but
yeah.
I think that the big reason that Phil, I just had to throw this in. I think the big reason Phil did all that ripping on the PGA and all that, I think what he wants is, since he's 50 or 51, I think he's 51 now. Since he's 51, I think he wants to be able to compete with young players, but also be in contention.
Exactly.
To win. Because I think his time, we have to be honest, as much as we hate to say it, his time's kind of running out as a PGA player. Not as a senior tour player or anything, obviously, but
dude, if he goes on the senior tour, he's going to dominate. He literally could win every tournament right now.
The first he played in 2 or whatever, and he just destroyed both of them.
Because the tees are too short for him.
He hits it as far as the younger players, but there's just something else. Like, he's probably the biggest scrambler of all time, and that's probably the problem because a lot of guys don't scramble as much as him.
Yeah, but one more thing, last thing we can add. One other reason I wouldn't like all these American guys. It doesn't make any sense for them. It doesn't really make sense for them to go over to the Saudi. You got to move all the way over there. Yeah, play courses you're not used to. Yeah, play with people that you're not used to and play against them. And it's just not as good of an experience as they're gonna get on the PGA.
Yeah, I just hope it wakes the PGA up to say, hey, let's make it this a little more exciting. Maybe they should. Maybe they should make some tournament changes. Maybe they should
they do.
I think the big thing, we haven't really, this is really unrelated, but the big thing with the PGA Championship, I feel like they moved it. You know how they moved it? It used to be the 4th, now it's the 2nd major. I feel like they did that because it's obviously the least popular major by far. Not as far as TV views, but that's the one that no one talks about. I think they did that to make it more popular. So I think that if they can do more stuff like that, maybe make the timing more relevant for certain tournaments. Especially a thing I was thinking about, why would you make the Phoenix Open during the Super Bowl? Because that's one of the biggest golf tournaments. That's something that a lot of fans want to go to. But at the same time, the Super Bowl's on, so it's like it makes it really hard.
It's weird timing.
Especially for the players that want to enjoy the Super Bowl, but they can't because they're playing in that tournament.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I mean, I don't watch it. I mean, I used to watch a lot more golf. I mean, it's always on. My dad's always watching it, so I obviously know. I mean, I used to golf, so I know a lot about it. But I mean, I've only gone to one tournament, and that was years ago. That was all 3 of us. That was fun. But do you remember what year that was, Matt? Was that
2019?
2019. All right, let's move on. Will, this one's for you. We're going to talk a little bit about the MLB strike. And
also the MLB rules
changed. Yes,
and the rules. We got to talk about the DH, the stupid pitching machines, or the callers, whatever they call the strikes.
Oh yeah, the automatic umpires.
Pitch calling, yeah, and we got to talk about the worst invention of rules history. Did he get disconnected?
No, he's still in here. He told me he had to leave, but then he just said I'm back.
Oh.
Well, I think you're muted. All
Maybe he
right,
lost his voice after
see what
ranting about the Packers.
We'll see. No, we'll see what happens. All right. But at least some of the things that they've agreed on so far are that they've added a draft lottery and a universal DH, which basically means that the NL will now have DHs. Pitchers will not be hitting anymore, which personally, I don't know how
Is
to
the
feel
worst
about it.
rule in the history
I kind of like
of any sport.
because it was entertaining when they actually get a hit. Like you kind of get hype, you know.
That's not even it. It's a tradition of baseball and is ruining it.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I agree. But the one thing big thing I don't understand is a draft lottery is not something that can benefit baseball, and here's why.
Not at all.
In basketball, I understand it because the first pick in the NBA draft is much more valuable than the first pick in the MLB draft. Yeah, like I was listening to something the other day, and like 3 out of the 5 latest first overall picks in the MLB draft have not done anything so far in MLB. Like they haven't even shown in like lower levels that they can play. And
who is the guy on the Braves that was the first overall pick?
Dansby Swanson.
Yeah, Swanson. I was gonna say Swanson, but I didn't think that was the right name. But yeah, I mean, he's a solid player, but
no, he's pretty good. But like, it's just like it just doesn't make sense. Like I guess they're trying to eliminate tanking, but like.
So is this a draft lottery? Like they take the
it's like the NBA draft lottery.
So it's not like it's not like it's just the best team in the league can get the first pick. It's like there's percentages of chances that it will happen.
Yeah. Every non-playoff team gets a percentage. The worst
and obviously the
worst
has the highest percentage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But there's a lot more less teams make the playoffs in MLB, so
a lot less. What's like 12 or something? Not even 12, like 10. Is it 14?
Honestly, no, wait.
Because there's a wild card
and the division
two
leader.
ALDSs, NLDSs,
10 or 12.
Two AL and NLDSs, 2 wild cards. So that's is there 3 AL? No, there's 3 ALDSs, isn't there? No, there's 2. So there is like only 10 teams. Yeah, there's only 10 teams in the whole playoffs, I'm pretty sure. That's weird. They should have actually. It's like if they added more, it would be way too long.
It would be way too long. Yeah,
it's probably the longest playoffs.
People complain about the NBA playoffs for being too. No, the NBA is the longest. They have 16.
Because they got 16. Yeah,
more than half.
You could have almost.
In the NBA.
Think about it. You have 7 games. You can have almost half the games of the season from the playoffs in the NBA.
Yeah, but I don't know. They're really. I don't know. I haven't been educated enough to know if like how the season's in jeopardy or whatever, or like if they're gonna play or not. But
I heard that they're meeting all the time, and if they don't pick something soon, like by March 1st or something, they're gonna delay the season. Then who knows if they'll even play if it keeps getting delayed.
Yeah.
They might just say
Dad
screw
said
it.
in the car the other day that the last meeting was only like 15 minutes.
So it's probably that either means
like
they're not making any progress, or they are making progress, or they're not making any. That can mean 2 things.
They're not making progress. I don't know who's and I don't know who's the fault. I don't know if it's like the team owners. I don't know if it's the commissioner. I've heard the commissioner.
I heard that it's a fight between like 3 different levels of people like in the MLB. Like I heard it's like commissioners, owners, and players.
In baseball.
Yeah.
There's so many different levels, and especially in minor leagues, it's like being a minor leaguer is not a real good life. You're not making a lot of money. You're traveling a lot. It's just it's not pleasant. Still don't know where Will is. Hopefully he comes back. But,
you got your 10 minutes of Will for his first ever episode.
No, I don't know. It says to me that he's on mute, but I don't know why.
He's probably trying to figure out how to unmute it. He said he couldn't figure out how to put
he
it on
definitely
speaker.
trying to figure out how to unmute it right
He
now.
didn't know how to put it on speaker. There's your answer.
All right, quickly, I want to talk about a little bit of the basketball standings.
Yeah.
And the there he is.
I heard him.
And the
back.
NBA.
Sorry.
And the NBA. And the NBA All-Star game.
Will, do you have anything to say about the baseball thing if you heard our conversation?
Yeah, it's bullcrap. You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
me coming to play baseball, I literally watch him, like, it's probably one of my favorite things to do when I'm not playing baseball or I'm not doing anything is watching the Twins absolutely dicked on by the Yankees or the Sox. It's my favorite thing. But, like, come on. Play baseball. Play ball.
Come on.
Listen.
Yeah.
Come on. Like, think about it.
Get it
Like,
together.
The MLB has come from, like, back then, nobody cared about money. They did not make as clearly enough as much as they do now.
Back in the Walter Johnson times.
Like, what was that? Oh, shit. Fuck.
We apologize for Will's language. You guys didn't expect swearing on this. It's been about every 2 words.
Look at Bryce Harper. Look at Fernando Tatis. Like,
it just sucks because there's so much talent in MLB right now, and they're almost making it go to waste.
God. This is the, like...
They are making it go to waste.
Crazy. Look at the pitching. Jacob deGrom's back. Who does not want to watch Jacob deGrom pitch?
I know. Dude, he's... Unfortunately,
they don't want to face him. Maybe that's why.
He could be one of the best. I mean...
He's going to be the best of all time.
I couldn't touch the ball off of him if I tried.
He throws 102 without making it. He could throw.
He throws a 95-mile-an-hour slider.
He could throw 100 miles an hour.
Oh, that's a lot of guys' fastballs.
I know. Dude, it's like 7 miles an hour faster than Kyle Hendricks.
Matt, the new 90 is 95. If you're not throwing 95, you're not.
Yeah, well, you're right.
Like, excluding college, like, you can have lefties throwing 85, 88. That's different.
Well, that's about equivalent to a fastball. I'd say it's like 96 or 94 to 96.
But like,
you have to have a lot of stuff if you don't have speed.
Yeah, if you're not the speed, you gotta have the stuff.
A lot of lefties that throw the slow, like, I mean, not slow, but like every pitch they throw moves. Like, it's either going right, up, like
something crazy.
Look at John Lester. I mean, he's not a lefty.
Yeah, he's a good example.
He's not a lefty.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, I'm stupid. Not John Lester. Who else?
Are you thinking of a righty or a lefty?
Kyle Hendricks. Look at Kyle Hendricks.
Yeah.
I mean, his top fastball was like
90.
88.
That's slow.
His changeup moved 2 feet. Like,
I know. It's crazy.
It was you could not hit it. Like, but like now, since like everybody's getting better hitting, he's not going to be good. Obviously, I mean, he's getting old.
Yeah, he's past his prime.
40.
What's he on now? Isn't he on the Cardinals now? Wasn't he on the Nationals? Now he's on the Cardinals.
Man, he could be. I don't know how old he is. I don't even know
Hendricks?
if he's anymore.
No. We're talking about Hendricks? I thought we were talking about Lester.
No, we're talking about.
We're talking about Hendricks.
Hendricks is a better example.
Oh, that's right. I remember. You're right. He did retire, but that was like last year, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Look at the Cubs.
I don't really keep up with baseball as much.
The Cubs farm system is crazy. Like, why don't they pull? I mean, hopefully this year they're gonna pull some guys up because.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as nearly as crazy as the Rays or like. Who else?
I just really hope the Cardinals. The Cardinals. The Cardinals are by far the best.
No, Rays are ranked the best right now.
Look at
in history, the Cardinals have just carried the farm system.
Yeah, true.
You guys know Spencer Torkelson, right?
Yeah.
The guy.
I've heard of him.
Detroit Tigers.
Yes, I mean the guy. He's a shortstop, third baseman, second baseman. If he wanted to, he could hit every ball. out of the ballpark, but
Yeah.
I mean, that guy is great. Also, like Adley Rutschman, the catcher for the Baltimore Orioles. Hopefully,
Yeah, he's gonna be really good.
Hopefully, he's not a
He should
fluke
be
because he
good.
can definitely turn around the Baltimore
Switch hitting catcher. Yeah, he's good.
for 50 years because they
kind of sucked.
I don't think they've won. Have they won a World Series? I don't think they have.
No,
I don't know.
they have won 1 or 2, I think.
Really?
Well, it doesn't matter.
There's only like 3 or 4 teams that haven't, maybe 5. I think there's 5.
I will say one thing about that I like being about Chicago is that we have 2 teams. So hopefully, well, one's good at some point at least.
That is always like that, but they're never both good. It
Exactly,
starts
they're
to get
never
annoying.
both good.
It pisses me off. They're
Listen,
never both good.
When you have David Ross as a coach, nothing's going to go well. I mean, David Ross is so self-centered, and he wants everything.
The players like him, but he's not a good coach. I don't think he doesn't know how to manage the pitching as well as he should.
He should be the catching coach or pitching coach.
Okay, but Joe Madden was terrible with pitchers.
He had no coaching experience.
Yeah, but they had other guys for pitchers.
He was kind of like the leader of the team, though. He was like the bullpen.
Yeah, he was like
old
the
veteran.
Yeah, true.
I guess, but like, listen.
He was a coach.
We're desperate for a coach.
People were just happy because he played for the Cubs, and
I think at this point, I honestly don't think Cubs fans
guy.
really care. I think the way the Cubs fans are, we won our World Series. I think we're just having fun at this point.
Ever since there, nobody cared.
I think we're just having fun. We won the World Series. Now we can just enjoy baseball.
Now we wait another 100 years.
Yeah.
Hopefully not.
Games is so fun, even though they suck.
I know.
Yeah.
The atmosphere.
It might be the worst team in the league this year.
Dude, that's
one of the worst.
Hopefully not.
No.
Dude, that's one good thing about baseball games. They're so cheap compared to other sports games.
Yeah, even like the nosebleeds are as much.
You
as
get
the
them
other.
for like $2.
I know the nosebleeds are as can be as much as like right in the middle of the outfield sometimes.
I really want to say this, and I know you guys are gonna get mad at me for saying this. I like the Sox field better than the Cubs field. I'm not gonna lie.
Whoa!
I am not even kidding.
That's weird.
What is it called?
Weird.
I've heard one person said they really like Guaranteed Rate.
Who, Mr. Casey?
No.
Casey?
Casey wouldn't have been surprised though. He tried.
No, Matt, I'm not kidding. Like the stadium, it's just cool. Like it looks cool. It feels great.
It's not
because
bad.
it's new.
It's in a terrible location.
I don't care.
Yeah, they don't attract anything. Well, they're gonna probably move with the Bears soon. They won't even have it for much longer.
It depends on what you like in a stadium. If you like the modern type or if you like the classic. And Wrigley's so classic.
Here's a debate. What is the best stadium? Doesn't matter any sport. Go.
That's tough.
Boston.
I don't think it's a question.
I've heard from so many people that Fenway's so bad, like in terms of actually watching the game. Like it's a bad experience.
I'm not talking about the game. I'm talking about the history.
Okay. History, it's up there. That or
is this
in terms of history?
Is this sports or can it be a golf course too?
Like a stadium.
I'll give two separate ones.
Augusta? Dang.
I'll say.
No. We're doing a stadium.
I've been. I'm some that the viewers, the 5 viewers might not know about me, and the 1 viewer that's still listening to this point. I'm actually, and I don't even think Will knows this. I'm basically a stadium enthusiast. Everything about stadiums, I am obsessed with stadiums. Are my favorite part about sports. Stadiums, I just love stadiums so much, and I don't even know if I could like put a best one just because I like them in general.
That's a good thing about baseball. They're all so different.
Yeah.
Basketball.
Like the Orioles, you have your own thing. Every the Sox have their own thing. The Cubs have their own thing. The Yankees I guess they kind of have their own thing now, but they used to have their own thing. Like all these teams have, every single ballpark has a signature thing about it.
Yeah, true.
But I think the 2 best stadiums in the world, and this is not biased, because I'm a Bears fan. I think that the 2 best
You
are
say Soldier
Lambeau,
Field.
and Wrigley.
Those are pretty good answers, honestly. There's some cool
I don't want to hear SoFi Stadium at all.
Or the Vikings Stadium is really cool too. But there's much better out there.
I think.
Right.
Yeah. Well, what about you?
What?
What's your favorite stadium?
Yeah, favorite stadiums.
What?
And I mean, I've been to both,
Field,
but we also have to think about this. This is there's an asterisk next to mine because I've been to both Lambeau and Wrigley, so it's like I haven't been to a lot of stadiums, but I've been to those two, so it's like there probably could be other choices, but I just haven't been to them.
Yeah.
So at least they're qualified picks.
Like, let's see. Lambeau Field is definitely up there.
Definitely something I want to do is visit a bunch of stadiums when I get older.
Not just
that'd be sick.
And just because of just how original and old it is.
It's so classic, yeah.
What's the Chiefs field called? That's
Arrowhead.
Wait, no, they changed it. It's something different now. It's something really stupid.
Probably some sponsor.
Yeah, it's a sponsor. It's like some bank, probably.
I mean, what else? I don't even know.
There's a lot of good ones.
Yankee Stadium.
If we break down the sports, it really only comes down to football and baseball and barely football.
There's only one.
Besides the Knicks and the Celtics.
The Garden.
And I would even argue the United Center because it's just historic. Those three, the TD Garden.
So many good moments.
United Center and what is the Knicks called?
Madison Square Garden.
Madison Square Garden, yeah.
Yeah.
Even though it's a damn circle. Oh, I guess it's in Square Garden though. That's why.
Yeah.
That was a dumb moment.
It's all right. All right.
Dumbest thing said on the podcast.
Let's move on to our third, unless we can make this our final topic. Quickly we're gonna go over the NBA All-Star Weekend and the NBA standings as of now. We kind of watched, Will and I kind of watched the dunk contest and the 3-point contest.
I saw a little. Didn't somebody from the Warriors win?
I was surprised.
Oh my god, with the dunk contest?
No.
Was it something from the Warriors?
Awful.
Or the Hawks or something? Hawks.
It was Obi Toppin from the Knicks.
Yeah, I can't really talk about a lot on basketball, but I can say a little, but not a lot.
Listen.
But it was bad.
Karl Anthony Towns, I definitely say, is going to be one of the best big man shooters.
He is the best big man shooter of all time, probably. That was the most points.
I thought his career was getting thrown away.
Ever in a final round of a 3-point shooting contest.
His center. It's not really getting thrown away, but I want him to get a lot more accomplishments.
Who, Towns?
Because I feel like, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. He's kind of been a little slow, but he was an All-Star this year. The Timberwolves.
Yeah, I want to see him. I want to see him define his career with something,
That guy could be so good, in my opinion.
I just think that with basketball, there's so many guys that could go up with the best players of all time, but they just don't have anything big in their career that happens, so they don't get recognized.
And in my opinion,
same with baseball.
Anybody could be good in the NBA. They just don't get certain opportunities, and they don't get the score or the amount of shots that certain players get.
Listen, it's definitely harder to go play. Not play. Be in the Hall of Fame for baseball.
Oh yeah, no, baseball and football are much harder than basketball.
Hitting
because of how little but it's harder to get to pro basketball, so that's not devaluing anything about how hard it is to be a Hall of Famer.
Hitting is the hardest thing to do in any sports. No guarantee. There's guarantee it.
But
you have, especially when the ball now is coming harder than it ever has. You have
probably
0.3 seconds to recognize where the pitch is coming, what kind of pitch it is, and where to place your bat, like the position of your barrel. Like people think it's easier than it is, but it's actually really freaking hard.
Yeah.
And that's from a pitcher, but I hate hitting.
One thing, Stephen Curry almost broke the record for most points in an All-Star game. He had 50.
It doesn't.
He low-key sold at the end. Dude made like 16 threes, and then he just couldn't hit at the end of the game. It was kind of ridiculous, but he made 16 threes. I mean, like it was so fun. It was so fun watching him shoot. He literally would like turn around after like he's so good. He knows when it's going, and that's how it's crazy.
Yeah, because he shoots every day.
I mean, yeah, he's so good.
He doesn't stop shooting.
Yeah, he shoots till. I mean, when he takes shots in a gym, I swear, I actually don't think he misses. He made like, I saw a video. I think he made like 94 out of 100 threes one time, which is
that's
absolutely insane.
That's what you expect from the best shooter of all time.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
A little standings update in the NBA. Right now, our Bulls are tied for the best team in the East. Bulls Bucks are the 4th in the East.
Who are they tied with?
The Bulls are tied with the Heat right now.
The
Bucks
Heat?
are 4th.
Heat are hot. Aren't the Heat hot right now?
Heat are hot. Boston's really hot right now as well.
Yeah.
Cleveland's pretty good. In the West, the Suns are the best team. Nobody is stopping the Suns. They're so good.
It's weird
10
because
losses.
it's like it almost feels like the same league. I mean, as far as not players, obviously players totally different, but as far as teams, it feels like the NBA from like 10 to 15 years ago, kind of. Like all these teams haven't really been good at the same time
these
since
teams
then.
go in loops because they know how to do their rebuilds properly. Like,
yeah.
I mean, back when the Derrick Rose and that were on the Bulls.
I'll argue that the Bulls rebuild was a little too long.
Actually. I don't know about the Bucks and the 76ers, but some of the other top teams that were good 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. The worst team in the league right now, Sims, is the Magic. They're 13 and 47.
Okay, so this is for the viewers to get a little bit of understanding about me. I don't believe that you have to have a single team. I feel like that you should be able to just kind of root for certain teams and just be able to enjoy watching single like more than one team because there's always fun in that.
Mm-hmm.
So like obviously mine are like the Bears, Saints, Bulls, and Magic. So like
interesting teams.
That's
very interesting.
I just want to know why the Magic, because I'm pretty sure they're one of the worst NBA teams.
Is it because of Markel Fultz?
Well, no, I liked Markel Fultz. I like him, but that's not why. It's because, first of all, I like Orlando. First of all, because I like Orlando. Second of all, I don't know. I really like the colors and uniforms. I love the orange uniforms.
They do have cool uniforms.
There's just like same with the Saints. I love New Orleans.
Yeah.
I love their colors. I mean, I just liked them since I was little.
I heard that Zion Williamson wants to leave New Orleans because he doesn't like playing there. And then some guy was like roasting him because he was saying that he's getting fat because New Orleans is like the place where like there's so much food.
Yeah, with all
and then he could just feast.
All the Cajun food and stuff.
Yeah. Big boy could just eat his jambalaya all day.
Who said that? It was somebody said to him, and this is coming from another slightly overweight guy. But he said I think it was Charles Barkley. He was like, if it tastes good, spit it out. And he like,
yeah, he said it. I did hear him say that. He said that he had to do that. He said he'd take a bite of his donuts and then he'd spit it out. It's so bad. That'd be so awful to live your life like that. But that's so funny. Exactly. All right. Is there anything else you guys want to add?
I don't know.
I don't know. I was gonna add this at the end. We got
Go ahead.
a lot coming up for the Summer Sports Podcast. There's a lot of sports coming up soon. Big sports
hopefully
events.
Baseball starts.
Hopefully baseball starts. We got March Madness coming up, so we'll be talking a lot about that.
True.
We can do, what we can do? We can do our brackets and talk about them like as we're making them.
Do that.
Obviously I don't know a lot about that, but
yeah, you
I just pick them.
You learn as you go.
Everyone does, yeah. So yeah, I mean, we got a lot of things coming up, so it's a bright future for the podcast. Hopefully, we'll get some more views in.
Yeah, hopefully.
If you've been here this long.
Yeah, you're a true fan if you've been listening.
You real one.
Is when we get hundreds of thousands of views, you'll be
you'll be
the OGs.
The OGs.
We'll shout you out. So then when people go back and look at our first few videos to laugh at them, then they'll see that you guys were the OGs.
Facts.
So yeah.
Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody.
Adios.
Peace out.
Yeah.